where a new fraud has been unearthed. A fraud linked to Rishi Sunak, the country's finance minister. In 2020, he introduced a pandemic relief scheme, a scheme to provide financial assistance to British citizens. 2 years on, the scheme is back in news, not for helping the people of Britain, but for the money it has lost, £17 billion. You see, certain loopholes in the scheme left it open for fraud. Rishi Sunak was apparently aware of this, but he did not act. He's now facing calls to step down.
A COVID loan fraud. Suitcases filled with cash are being seized at UK's borders. Smugglers are being apprehended. Questions are being asked. The answers are linked to a scheme that was Sunak's brainchild. In April 2020, Chancellor Sunak introduced a pandemic relief plan. The aim was to help British citizens financially. The plan allotted a total of £80 billion. This money was to be distributed under 3 schemes. The biggest scheme was called Bounce Back. It distributed £47 billion to over 1.6 million recipients. It gave them a choice to repay the amount whenever they could. The rules were quite lenient. They promised loans in 24 hours. All that the borrowers had to do was to self-certify COVID problems with little paperwork. As a result, the scheme was left open for fraud. A report says £17 billion of this money is never going to bounce back, and £4.9 billion have been lost to fraudsters.